We're going on a cruise! We're spending the next 4 nights on a cruise. We'll let you know if it's worth it. Okay, so we're spending the next 4 nights on the Carnival Splendor, heading up to Moreton Island, where we're going to take a 4-night trip for my son's 7th birthday. Let's get on board. Getting ready to leave Sydney Harbour. Right, the luggage is ready and we are staying specifically in cabin 8348, located on deck 8, the veranda deck. Now, this is a budget cabin, so this is probably one of the cheapest cabins you can go in, which basically has 2 beds, and it's basically, this cruise cost us about $800, so a pretty low price point. So the first night we check in for dining at the Black Pearl, and we have a sit-down dinner which is absolutely beautiful. Theo had the steak and there was entertainment, and it was just an amazing way to start off the first night. After dinner, we headed up to the deck and watched a movie on the big screen, and Theo wanted a late night swim, which he did while I watched the movie, and he met some great friends in the pool. Okay, so the pool's open to about 11 every night, and it's a great way that parents can watch a movie while their kids have fun in the pool. After a fun day at sea, on day 2 we arrived at Moreton Island after jumping on a tender boat. Moreton Island is an island just off from Brisbane in Queensland, and is an absolutely stunning beach. We had nice weather and it looked like it was going to be a great day. Me and Theo decided to walk up the beach towards the wreckage, but it was a bit too far and we didn't make it all the way. But we had a fantastic time on the beach. Some tips for the island is to bring a snorkel, which you can have hours of free fun. Other tips include bring plenty of water, wear sun cream, bring a hat if you can, and definitely bring a change of clothes and some swimmers. Yeah, we're having a great time on the beach here. It's not too many people if you walk further up the beach. What do you think, Theo? What did you love most?
I mostly love the shipwreck and the snorkel.
There's plenty to do on the ship. The main pool area is where the party's at, but there's also lots of other spaces where you can play foosball and table tennis, and lots of places to explore around the ship. Me and Theo had an absolute blast on this trip. There was so much to do and see, and we just had such a brilliant time. And it's just such good value for money that I would definitely be looking at booking our next trip as soon as possible. Theo had a great time in the arcade. There was heaps of really cool VR games, and you even get some tickets or tokens to get prizes at the end. The arcade was a little bit on the pricey side, but Theo had a good time, so that was the main thing. Definitely one of my biggest tips is definitely have a sit-down breakfast. The food there is great and it feels like a real experience having a nice breakfast in the morning. Theo enjoyed steak and eggs for breakfast, which is a real treat for him, and he absolutely loved it. To keep the calories off, we did lots of walking, and we had a rule that we would only use the stairs on the ship, which worked out fantastic. Sometimes the best part of the cruise was just sitting back and watching the ocean and playing board games and Uno in the cabin with Theo. Great times. There's also a buffet on board which has pretty much everything that you would want, and an ice cream machine which Theo absolutely loved. We definitely do recommend going to one of the sit-down restaurants for the evening meal, where you get a 3-course meal, which the food is always really good. One of me and Theo's favourite places was Guy's Burgers, which we would usually have every afternoon, and you can add your own toppings to the burgers, which was good. And a great way to start the day was always doing a few laps of the walking track on the top deck. And that pretty much wraps up our 4-night trip to Moreton Island. We had a fantastic time. We definitely probably added a couple of kilos to our waistband. The staff were fantastic, and we would recommend this trip to anyone. Heading back into Sydney Harbour, we opted for the late checkout. It was about 9:15. We woke up, had breakfast, and got our things and left the cruise. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope we have given you some good tips for your next vacation. Please subscribe for more videos.